Hello and welcome to This is Portsmouth, the TV show that shines a light on this unique island city.
Bringing you all the up-to-date news, events and more that has been going on around Portsmouth.
And what a show we have for you today. From drag queens to vinyl records, vintage clothes, and we're going hunting for Easter eggs. It's an episode you do not want to miss.
And you don't want to miss your Easter eggs either, do you, Charlie? There's a lot to be excited about today, but also some sadness as today is the final episode of the season.
Do not fret though, because today's show is going to be one big celebration, as we have a few surprises in store for you guys.
So, for the last time this season, I'm Evan.
And I'm Charlie.
And this is Portsmouth. Roll titles! Now, the producers of the show asked Charlie and I to present the last episode of the season. And for those of you who don't know who we are,
or don't watch to the end of the credits, Evan and I are the executive producers of This is Portsmouth. And surprisingly, we've never been asked to present the show.
it is surprising because we're such great presenters, aren't we? But not to worry, because we are not alone in the studio today.
No, we are not, because joining us on the sofa is not only one, but 9 of our previous This is Portsmouth presenters from throughout the whole season.
Please give a round of applause for Ryley, Hrishi, Georgia, Ben, Zhou, Charlotte, Izzy, Nathan and Oliver. Of the celebrations though, we have a very special guest in the studio today. May we introduce to you all Lucy Caboosi.
Hi there, thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the Elves and Hub, Lucy Caboosi. How are we today?
Thank you for having me. I'm great, thank you. How are we all? Feeling good? Feeling excited?
Yeah, good.
You look absolutely amazing. I mean, I could never pull off that look. You just look stunning. Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much, very kind.
Of course.
You could pull this off for sure.
Yeah, Lucy, now, there's obviously a lot of skills and crafts involved in being a, drag artist. I want to know that, is it a skill that you just pick up or, from watching tutorials?
Mm-hmm. I think with any skill, it's something you're always learning. Yeah. It's like you never are a master of. You're always learning new things, especially with drag. Drag's a reflection of real makeup and real femininity, so there's always new elements coming in, new fashions and things. There's always new elements to it. Obviously, there's a lot of great tutorials out there you can use. YouTube has pretty much changed the world for things like this, so it's great that there's so many opportunities for people to be able to learn new skills.
That is amazing. That is amazing. And have you noticed that there's any particular audiences that come to your shows? Or,
I think it's definitely been a changing audience. I think a few years ago it was probably more of just sort of queer people coming to these kind of things to enjoy drag. And things like Drag Race has really opened it up, that there's more like straight people coming, a lot more females come that appreciate drag. I would say most people that come and really appreciate what I do are heterosexual female girls from like sort of late teens to early 30s. So that's definitely a change in sort of the past few years for sure.
Amazing. Well, I have been to my fair share of drag shows, and honestly, I'm a little bit of a fan. So, yeah, not nervous at all. So, what's your favourite thing about performing on stage as Lucy Caboosi?
I think the stage performing element is definitely one of the most exciting elements of what I get to do. I mean, personally, I love talking to people more because I think that's kind of where you get to shine and kind of hone yourself as a character. The most exciting part about stage performance is definitely the reaction you get from audiences. It's so great to get such a great response for what you get to do and what you love doing.
Very nice. Now, for the eagle-eyed amongst you, you would have noticed that there are only 8 out of 9 previous presenters on this sofa. And that's because of our first surprise of the show.
Ooh. Yes, earlier this morning, the producers set Lucy a challenge. Lucy, would you mind explaining what that challenge was?
Absolutely. So I've been very lucky that I was able to get Oliver to come upstairs with me. He's currently sequestered away. That's right, you got me. And I'm going to give him a makeover today, making him into his most fabulous self.
That's so exciting!
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see him. I'm so excited.
He's going to look so good.
It's going to be pretty.
Yeah. So at the end of the show, you'll be doing a big reveal, and Oliver actually won't see the makeup until then. So yeah, that's really exciting. Good luck with the challenge. Let's head up to the makeup studio and let's watch the magic happen. Come on, Lucy! Off we go. Come on.
See you later. In recent years, the world of drag has become more popular to a mainstream audience. The drag scene has expanded and is now shedding light onto cities such as Portsmouth. Let's take a look at how this growing industry is thriving in our seaside city.
Spell my name. Oh, okay, cool.
My name is Ross, and also Lucy Caboosi, which I'll spell for you. Which I can only spell Lucy Caboosi, I can't spell my actual name. So, well, I can. L-U-C-Y, Caboosi is C-A-B-O-O-S-I.
I'm Novina Michaels, aka Brandon Dillon, and you spell that N-O-R-V-I-N-A-M-I-C-K. No, that's wrong.
Drag, as like a general term, is just like a heightened version of whatever it's amplifying. So like, drag queens, we amplify the femininity, the idea of female, to whatever kind of degree. And then like drag kings, they elevate that masculinity, so often they're quite sexy, they're like strippers, so they tend to be quite different. And then there's that realm in the middle of like drag things that's like, they just poke fun at things.
You know, for me, like my personal drag, it is just all about putting on a show, like entertaining a crowd of people, you know, giving them the full fantasy. Like, yeah, there's definitely not just one thing, it can literally be whatever.
The look isn't what's important, the performance is important.
There's loads of different types of drag. You know, you've got drag kings, drag things, you've got like club kid drag, which is like super cool. Like if you haven't ever seen that, definitely look at it. And then you've obviously got like the older, campier drag. You've got my drag, which is more like that pop woman vibe.
Like a heightened version of like society's expectation of what that is, you know. So like when I do drag, I'm very booby, very hippie, very like blonde, because that's, to me, that's what I think of like a woman. I think of like those things.
The night that beats the rhythm of town starts slowing me down. It's like a message from high above.
Embracing and enjoying the drag scene for what it is. This is really a really positive step for the drag community here.
It certainly is. Now, let's head up to our makeup studio and see how Oliver and Lucy are coming along. How's it going, Ben?
Well, by the looks of things, Evan, they seem to be making progress already. Lucy, why don't you talk us through what we've done so far?
So, I'm just starting off doing his foundation, building up a base, so we can kind of change the shape of his face.
Amazing. Would you say drag makeup's different to, you know, day-to-day makeup?
Oh, definitely radically. With normal makeup, you'd be...
Do you need... No?
I'll do it that way. With normal makeup, you're just kind of highlighting what you've already got there, but with drag makeup, you're kind of rebuilding an entire face. You're putting contour, change the cheek shape, and kind of give you a more feminine look.
Amazing. And what are some of the challenges that you feel doing someone else's makeup compared to doing your own?
Well, obviously, there's always the difference of face. People got different shape, different angles to their face, and obviously time, because obviously you're not using skills you normally use. You're having to sort of think on the fly and do things you've never done before.
Amazing. Have you ever done speed makeup before?
I mean, I'm pretty quick when I do my face.
Well, I suppose you're doing it now, to be honest, yeah.
Let's hope so.
Well, I'm going to let you guys crack on while I'm going to sit here and watch the transformation happen. Back to you in the studio.
I am so excited to see Oliver's drag character. I think it's going to be absolutely marvellous.
He looks amazing already, and I can't wait to see the final product. And we'll be checking in with Ben to see how the challenge is going later on in the show. And have any of you guys ever been to a drag show before, though?
Honestly, I am such a fangirl of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell that.
I am so excited about this challenge. Now, from colourful wigs to vinyl making a comeback, the This Is Portsmouth team visited Pie and Vinyl in Southsea to explore how this shop in Portsmouth is making a vinyl revival.
Pie and Vinyl is a record cafe, really. We sell vinyl, brand new vinyl, and repress and reissues, and we serve pie. Yeah, just sort of pie and mash for people as well. It was all in the name, really. From the owner's vision was to do something simple and effective, and the pie and mash is just a thing that sort of stood the test of time. We sort of offer that kind of nostalgic experience. The whole thing's quite a simple setup, and it works, really. In terms of the aesthetic, we're very much an oddities shop and sort of an antique sort of vibe. There's a lot of odd bits and pieces in the shop, and there's local artists that have decorated the walls, and it's again going into that sort of inclusive nostalgia. The last couple of years, vinyl has started to outsell sort of online sales and downloads. I think, again, with the nostalgic kind of thing, with the vinyl, you get the love of the artwork, and you feel like you're owning a piece of that history as well. And things are being pressed more in different variants, so you get a lot of clear vinyl, a lot of coloured vinyl, and they're able to offer free prints and signed editions of things that come into the package of what vinyl is, and people have started to really become passionate about their vinyl collections again. Before sort of CDs and tapes, you know, people would swear by vinyl, and you can go and see a band and you can buy the vinyl, and because it's a much bigger product, the artwork and things aren't taken for granted so much. Artists can become more elaborate with their designs, and the whole package and graphic design of a vinyl is something that people really love collecting. The local Portsmouth music scene is quite busy. There's a few little festivals that go on. There's an Icebreaker Festival, and there's a Portsmouth Psych Festival, so all sort of psychedelic rock bands from all over the country come and play. There's a few independent music promotions going on at the moment that are really good, especially around Albert Road, down near the King's Theatre. We sometimes have in-stores with up-and-coming acts. We've got sort of Polaroids around the shop from artists over the last 10 years. That acts have come normally on their way up in the music biz. So it draws in artists from all over the country, really, to come and play in Southsea. We're involved with putting on shows. We put on an Idols show at the Guildhall last year. We also put on the Wombats at the Gaiety, which is the redeveloped pier. They were really successful, and so it just shows that still people want to go out and see live music, really, and if we can have a helping hand in that, then that's great.
Well, welcome back to the makeup studio, and we're making lots of progress here. Without doing a full reveal, can we get a sneak peek at what Oliver's makeup's looking like at the moment? Oliver, if you'd like to face that camera, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah,
I like to say sneak peek. Well, who's Pete?
Hey, Pete.
How are you feeling about the challenge, Lucy? Are you finding it a bit more difficult than you imagined?
Well, you know, time do be moving quick. But you know, we'll make it work.
I feel like while you're doing this, we need to know a little bit more about you, the person behind the makeup. So, tell me about your drag journey. How did you sort of start out in this?
So I've been doing drag for about 2 years now. And I kind of started during the first lockdown. I've always wanted to do drag, but it kind of wasn't until you know, lockdown was on and there was a lot of online opportunities, people were doing things online. I kind of thought it would be a good time to sort of try some stuff. And then since then I've kind of started doing work around Portsmouth, Hampshire Boulevard. I do hosting on the weekends. I do a quiz during the week in Guildhall. So kind of given me a lot of opportunities. I've been very lucky.
Amazing. And what's the long-term goal in your career in drag? What's the?
I mean, we're kind of nowadays with kind of how everything's going with Drag Race, the popularity of Drag Race UK. the possibilities of what drag can be has really changed. You know, it's kind of gone from being something that was definitely a subculture to people being in films, people being on television. So really, there's a whole world of possibilities for the future.
Yeah, amazing. High hopes. And finally, describe Lucy Caboosi for me.
I guess, I don't know, I kind of think the character that's kind of come is not the character I thought I would have. But I kind of feel like I've become sort of a sassy, mostly nice-ish person. Don't laugh at that, I'm a nice-ish person. Ish, like nice adjacent. I'm very nice, thank you.
Yeah. Good to know. Right, well, all drag kings or queens have a title, and Oliver needs a title for his drag character as well. We are going to leave it over to you guys watching at home. That's right, we're giving you the responsibility. So head over to the Instagram page, @ThisIsPortsmouthTV. We've posted a poll on our story, and you can vote on Oliver's title. That's right. At the end of the show, we'll reveal the title, and it will be displayed. So, back to you guys in the studio.
I wonder what your drag name would be, Evan?
We were asked to discuss that by the producers of the show, and we came up with several, but none of them are suitable for broadcast. Being a presenter is hard work on This Is Portsmouth, isn't it? You'd agree?
So distracted. Easter is right around the corner.
Oh, my dream has come true. Oh, thank you. Oh. All for me? Thank you very much. Wow, wow. That's a lot of sausage rolls.
What can we say?
You said you were hungry.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Easter is right around the corner, and I really want to know, what are your Easter traditions in your families, guys?
Well, we normally do like a little Easter egg hunt, maybe some Christmas buns.
Yeah, same thing with my family. We go to like church first, and then we have like similar. We have hot cross buns, like you guys have here, and then we have something called fish cakes, and it is delicious. I'm telling you, don't knock it till you try it, because I know I hear you guys judging. Hang on, you guys are judging.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. Well, with this Christian celebration within the next 2 weeks, we want to have a celebration of our own. Our producers hid Easter crackers all over the city of Portsmouth, and we sent Nathan, Ryley, and Hrishi on hunt to find them. Let's see how they go on.
You've got your teams. Yes, you've got your teams, and now you need your clue.
Oh, yes,
Clue.
please.
Clues.
Oh,
This is for blue.
Oh, okay.
And this is for pink.
Oh my.
So this is your first clue. Give it a read and then head off.
Would you like to do yours first?
Yeah, we'll do ours first. We'll do ours first. Clue number 1. Henry VIII built this fort and more as a method of defence from a war. It even rhymes. It even rhymes. Hey, I know instantly where it is.
I think that's a good clue, though.
It is a good clue. It's a good,
idea.
good clue.
I think so.
It's a good clue.
Mine reads, I have 9 children, oh dear. I am the second largest reigning monarch of England. I stand very still. I wonder what that could be.
No, I have absolutely no idea. Quick, ready, let's go.
Go, go,
Let's
go,
I've
go,
got
go,
one.
No, wait, no, come back.
I do hope the clues are well easy to find. I'm not a good hunter.
Don't worry. I know exactly where we're going.
Oh, thank God. To the beach.
To the fort! I am the second longest reigning monarch of England, so it's going to be something to do with the royal family, I'm assuming. So I guess we'll just try our best and see what we can find. But it says stand very still, so from that I'm just gathering it's a statue of some sorts, I think. So maybe I'll just go around the sort of area in front of Guildhall and have a look if there's anything there. But honestly, I'm absolutely clueless to who this could be. I have no idea, so I'm just going to go and see there.
Win this. We got to win this.
We're definitely winning this. We know where we're going. We're almost there. We're making good time.
Yep. And if we lose, I'm blaming you.
What? Why? What did I do?
Okay, so there's a couple of statues here. I don't know, I can't remember, is this one of them? Who's this? Charles Dickens. I don't know if he had 9 kids and he was never in the monarchy. Right, it can't be him. Let's go try Liz. Let's see what Liz has got for us today.
Oh, big boat.
It is a big boat. I don't think the clue is in the boat. I think it's a little bit up ahead.
It's got to be at the fort.
Oh God, no wait, there it is. Excellent. Right, we've got that. Let's have a look at this. We've got to beat Ryley. We've got to beat Hrishi. Okay, let's have a look.
We're definitely at the right place. This is the King Henry.
I mean, this is the King Henry Castle.
Okay.
Sassy
we got
Castle.
a fort. In the cannon.
In the cannon?
No.
No. Okay, what's this one? Let's have a look. We've got to beat them. Near places to feast, hides the Queen's 8 beasts.
We checked that, Cannon. I'm going there. I'm going there.
Okay.
I'm going there. I'm beating you to it. I'm beating you to it. I'm beating you to it. No!
I got it! Okay, clue 2.
Okay, there's food places down a commercial road, so we're going to try there. I think that would be the only best chance I have, because honestly, I'm absolutely useless at this. But again, we can't lose.
Add it to the collection.
Another little detour as usual, but we'll be at the arcade soon. We'll be at the arcade soon, so I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you.
1, 2. No, okay, no, there is 8. There is 8. There is 8. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Oh my God, there's a seagull by the. Oh dear. Yes, we found it though. Oh dear God. Yeah, right. Oh, fantastic. Oh, got clue 3. Third clue. We are laying proudly in Guildhall Square. We are the guardians of the hall, and we come in a pet. Right, we're going Guildhall. Okay, right, quick, very quick.
On the way.
You know, I really shouldn't have sprinted a minute ago. Oh God, it's right there. Ugh. Right. Clue 4. Right, the final clue.
What can you see, Ryley?
Oh my gosh, I can see the Isle of Wight.
Yo, that's crazy. You have done it. Your egg hunt is done. Find your way back to Eldon after this big day of fun. I'm assuming that means we go back to Eldon then. Have I won? I'm assuming that's what it means. I think so. Okay, I like the confirmation. Right, let's get back to Eldon. I've clearly beaten them.
Be around here somewhere,
Got
right?
to be. We walked around the entire pier.
Yeah, it's got a... Oh, is that?
Is that it? Ah!
Oh, do the chips come with it?
I hope so. I'm taking one.
All right, you take a chip. I'll have a look at the clue. Over time, I've got smaller and smaller, but back when I was alive, I was so much taller. I'm an Ultrasaurus.
Okay. So the last clue, obviously, is I've got to get back to Eldon, but I think it's like, I'm feeling pretty safe at the minute. I mean, it's a race, is it? But do I have to like rush and get there on time?
Oh! Oh, I know where he is. It's a little dinosaur guy.
Well, they're not here. They aren't here? Does that mean I've won? Have I got it? Wait a minute, there's an egg. There's an egg. Oh, I've won, man.
Oh, sorry, I can't deal with this hat anymore.
Yeah.
Luna!
Oh, I think I even see the clue. The clue's mine this time.
Fine.
Mine.
It's all yours. Clue 4. Your egg hunt is finished. Hasn't this been fun? That's now time for the adventure back to Eldon. Yay! Woo!
Yeah, I'm sure.
Up your hat!
You made me leave it! I can't believe you did that to me!
Go!
You lost!
Oh, no!
I'm sorry, you're just too bad. I was just too good. It's just...
We're finally back in the Eldon studio. We lost.
I won. I won.
Nathan won, but he cheated. He had less distance to go. So I think we can take the moral.
Yeah, but
victory.
I do walk at like half the pace, so it sort of evens it out, I think.
We can agree to disagree, but on our rush here, I lost my hat and I lost one of the crackers. But wait, what's today?
Oh my God!
It's back.
Well, what a great way to finish this final VT.
I think so.
I'm honoured that.
I mean, I've had a great time today.
I had a great time.
I got to make a bird and a chicken.
I mean, we'll crack these open later, but
I got a flower.
Oh, and Ryley got a little daffodil.
But yeah, we had so much fun today, trekking around Portsmouth, looking for clues and getting some lovely prizes. So thank you everyone here in the studio, and can't wait to see what next year brings for This Is Portsmouth.
Now, very well done to Nathan for winning the great This Is Portsmouth Easter egg hunt. I think that's going to be a yearly tradition now. The look's almost complete. Are you feeling the pressure?
Just a little bit.
Just a little, okay. Well, we've got all these outfits on the rack. Are you going to let Oliver decide, or are you going to just slip him in?
I think I've got something in mind.
Okay.
I think I know it's going to look good.
Okay, wonderful. Well, watching this process has been really, really exciting, and it's made me understand how much goes into drag. Whilst Lucy finishes up Oliver. Let's head back down to the studio and check in with our presenters.
And as you can see from all our lovely outfits, we've all made an effort today. I'm glad to see.
You know it, you know it, you know it.
Very
You know
nice
it,
indeed.
Run it out.
And I can see our two presenters over there as well, dressed up very snazzy.
Yeah.
Good. Go on, give us a spin.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Absolutely gorgeous. Yes, well, as you can see, fashion is very important to us here at This Is Portsmouth. And with fashion trends constantly changing from fast fashion, increasing in the early 2000s, to vintage making a recovery.
We sent a team down to our local vintage clothing store in Portsmouth to delve into the work of fashion and to see if vintage is really making a comeback. Let's have a look.
I've always been in retail, always been in the clothing industry, and then maybe sort of 5-6 years ago, obviously vintage was becoming a lot more popular, and I just saw an opportunity, bought 1.5 tons of vintage, and then thought, right, I better find a place to sell it, and that's how we started. You could just sort of sense that people were getting into the whole recycling, and you know, obviously the environment was becoming more and more important. So the whole sort of anti-fast fashion thing was slowly building.
So I like that it's sort of environmentally friendly, it's a lot cheaper than ordinary shopping. I come to these a couple of times a year really, and I just find it's a lot better for the environment and a lot cheaper for me really, so it's really good for that reason.
I think we're doing our bit. I wouldn't say we alone are saving it, but without people like us and other vintage companies, literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tons of clothing, thousands of tons of clothing are going into landfill every day. You know, when I was a lad, Sergio was my ultimate goal, and that's going back 30 years, and 30 years ago they were about 90 quid, so about £400. And now, you know, you can pick them up for 25, 30 quid. So yeah, 10, 20 years time, what people are buying now will be deemed as retro. We travel around so much that by doing it in one day, you know, it kind of creates that atmosphere. At Freshers, honestly, it's a feeding frenzy. You know, it's just mad. I think the penny's finally dropped that actually, do you know what, we are making a bit of a mess of this world, and the more that everybody does, it can only be a good thing.
I'm a huge fan of vintage fashion and love finding myself a good bargain.
Do you know what? So am I. I honestly believe that vintage clothing is making such a comeback. My favourite thing to do at the moment is to shop in local charity shops. You can find some really good pieces around there.
You see, but I haven't really ventured too much into vintage style per se, but I'm an avid user of online shops. I mean, Boohoo's definitely my go-to, but I would definitely take a trip to some vintage shops around.
I will 100% take a visit with you, Ryley.
Yes.
Now, we've reached the time in the show where it's time to reflect on what a great season we have had here at This Is Portsmouth.
And what a season it has been. We have travelled far and wide, all over Portsmouth, to bring you guys all the best bits of our wonderful city.
Yeah, so what's everyone's favorite part of this season been?
I think my favourite part was when Ryley visited the farmer Michael.
Oh, that was great.
That was so good.
That was so much fun.
Seeing you surrounded by all cows and sheep while educating us about livestock farming, it was so wonderful to see the hard work put in, not just by Michael, but every livestock farmer
I agree.
around the country.
Yeah.
Favourite foods on our table all year round.
Absolutely. I mean, that part of the season was definitely so eye-opening, and I just couldn't believe how much work actually went into it. But that was definitely one of the best days of This Is Portsmouth, and I genuinely did love the episode with Denise, though, where she like taught us all the meditation, and I still use some of those techniques to, really center myself, light a candle, and like find my zen.
Yeah, I agree. For me, Global Week was a true highlight. It was so, inspiring to see how the university opens their doors to the diversity and celebrates all the different cultures. I like that.
What's your favourite bin, Charlie and Evan?
Well, to me, honestly, it's the absolute variety of different things that you guys have captured around the city. So from pottery to environmental issues, local businesses, farming. It's just that variety that is so fascinating. What do you think, Charlie?
Sure.
What you said.
And on that note, it's time to take a look back at all the highlights of this season of This is Portsmouth.
Roll the VT.
Hello and welcome to This is Portsmouth.
Broadcasting live from the heart of the city in the Oldham Building.
The only Portsmouth-based show that broadcasts the news and events all around the island.
The good thing about feeders, they love seeing that expression in people's faces.
Okay, yeah, yours is looking good.
Oh wow.
I need to take you
Oh,
home.
yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, and what's better is you can see it just outside the studio wall window.
She's been working 4 decades now on that.
Amazing.
Amazing woman.
Started to realise that I could actually train and start to teach other people, and so that's when I retrained and did all my qualifications to teach all the various mindfulness courses that I teach.
We have 300 livestock here. The general rule is everything has to be fed, and so it's a general routine of feeding.
It's really about paying attention to the present moment, because so often we're caught up in worrying about the future or the past, and while we're doing that, we're not noticing what's happening now.
I think my favourite thing about being a player is probably just it's a team sport and being around the girls and being in the environment where you're just constantly with your mates.
So you are swinging it up. There you go. So you're using your momentum, you're using your hips to open the hips, and that movement shoots the weight forward.
Short term, I think we know it's been an up and down season. We want to finish as high in the league as possible. We've still got a couple of cups that we're in.
I think, being around international students, you kind of have this camaraderie because everyone has come from their own country and has this kind of community of adjusting to everything, and so it was so fantastic to see.
Today I am going to be showing you how to turn your average supermarket bouquet of flowers into something that's super stunning and that your mother will love. I'm going to cut it for you guys.
Cut it there.
You guys.
I'll be waiting with the tape.
Yes, please, keep that tape ready.
Here it is. You now have a beautiful gift handmade with love.
Oh, and that's fallen off.
Be careful with that.
But unfortunately, that is all we have time for today.
But for now, it's a goodbye from all of us in the studio. Here's Charlotte, of course, giving you a nice wave.
And this is Portsmouth. For the part of the show we've all been waiting for. It's time to see how Lucy Caboosi did at the drag makeover challenge we set for her earlier in the show.
Well, earlier on in the show, we set Lucy Caboosi the challenge of transforming one of the presenters into drag using her skill set and creativity.
For the big reveal, let's head over to our Instagram page to see what we all voted for as the name of Oliver's drag transformation. Ben has joined us back here to read out the results of the poll. Over to you, Ben.
I do, yes. So I do have the results of the poll. Now, I must say firsthand, watching the skills, the imagination, the creativity that Lucy has opened my eyes to the technical art of drag. Now, if we could stand up and give a massive, massive round of applause to Donna Building!
Thank you. Is it too late to say I need the toilet?
How'd you feel?
All right. Yeah.
You
want
were
a
putting
pint?
all of us to shame.
What do you think?
Shame. You look
I used to give us some tips to be like a savage.
Ollie, can I invite you to a club this night?
Got a date already. That's working. Cheers, mate. This is working very nicely.
Well, you haven't actually seen how you look yet,
Genuinely,
have you?
I have no idea.
Well,
There's no
Donna
mirror.
Building, would you like to take a look in a minute?
Oh, go on then.
Well, we will be revealing your look in just 1 second. But before we do, let's welcome back to the studio the creator of Donna Building, Lucy Caboosi!
Hi everyone. It's been a minute.
Yeah, done well. It was a laugh, wasn't it? It was good fun.
It was something.
How are you feeling about Donna Building, your creation?
Yeah, gorgeous. That was about 3.5 minutes. I'm pretty sure I was gone for.
That was fast.
Yeah. But yeah, gorgeous. I really had we had a lot of fun. It was a good time.
It looks like you had a lot of fun. It looks so amazing. Well, Donna, are you ready for your big reveal?
I am.
Would anyone like to pass me the mirror, please?
Here we go.
Well, can we have an audience countdown, please?
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, darling. How are you feeling?
That's incredible. Oh my god.
Don't you look gorgeous?
It's just because like how much time we had. I actually did really well. Yeah, hair looks great. So.
What does everyone else think?
Yeah. What do you think? No, it's great. Well done. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Things like Drag Race and the drag culture, it's really great that they're getting taken more seriously. And someone who's not used to this at all goes to show that anyone can do it. So I've had a real laugh and real good fun learning about this. So thank you so much.
Yeah, so much fun. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
The show is certainly not dragged on.
That was a good one.
Thank you, Lucy Caboosi, for coming into the studio today.
Thank you. Woo. And also thank you to all of our presenters, Hrishi, Ryley, Zhou, Georgia, Izzy, Nathan, Ben, Charlotte, and of course, Donna Building.
Even though the season is finished, if you want to rewatch any episode, just head over to our CCI YouTube channel. And as always, if you have any stories that you'd like to share with us, please get in touch with us on our Instagram page at This Is Portsmouth TV.
It is goodbye for now, but not for long, as we will be back on your screens in the autumn.
Thank you for watching.
This is Portsmouth!